Hello students, and welcome back to another EVCC Tech Talk. Again, I'm Sam, the art technician on campus. I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough of Google Slides with everybody. Just in case you haven't used it before, I thought I would show you just a couple things that you might need as we're going through the quarter. So go ahead and settle in, and I'm going to switch to screen capture mode and we'll get started.
All right, students. So again, we're starting just here in our main Gmail page. I'm going to come up here to click on the Google Apps section. And last time we went into our drives to find a file that Linda had sent to us, but this time we're going to go into Google Slides. And again, we're just going to run through some options for things that you can do with slides. Those of you that are familiar with PowerPoint, this should all feel pretty familiar, but just in case you haven't used PowerPoint or haven't used slides before, I'm going to show you a couple of things. So we're going to click here for blank presentation. It's going to go ahead and just open up a new presentation for us. You can see right away that it starts with a main title and a subtitle. So that is just going to be a good starting point. If you want to get really into it, you can do things like, let's go ahead and just say, I'm going to make a presentation about Edgar Degas. He's a famous drawer or painter that you may have heard of. If you wanted to get fancy with it, you could select the text and change the fonts. There's all kinds of options on here. I'm going to go ahead and just pick this lobster one. It's just a little bit sort of a script kind of font. While it's highlighted, if you feel like it, you can change the color of the text here with this text color button. I think that I like the idea. Let's do something a little fancy. Let's go ahead and change my text to white. And then while it's still highlighted, I'm going to come up over here to this dropper tool, the fill color tool. And then this is going to change the color of my text box. And I'm going to make that kind of a dusty blue color. So then when I click away, got Edgar Degas with that blue background. Now we can also change the size of the font. So it's looking a little small on the page. So I'm just going to change it to 72. We could even maybe go up to 96. So that makes it nice and large. The subtitle can be something like just, by Sam, by whoever you are. Doesn't have to be complicated. So those are some options with text in there. Now over here, you see this themes section. I would say you don't need to mess with this too much. If you'd like to, it does auto format and give you different background colors, different little additions, changes the font colors. But for the most part, just a simple white on or black on white is going to work fine. With most presentations, the less is better. So I usually close the theme box there just so I have some more room, kind of get that out of the way. When you're ready to make a new slide, you just come up over here. If you click the plus arrow, it's just going to give you a pre-formatted slide that sort of defaults to the subtitle and text format. I'm going to go ahead Command Z to undo that. It's Control Z if you're using Windows, Command Z if you're using a Mac. That's just one of those editing tools that you can use. Same thing right here. This is the undo button and the redo button. So if you need to redo something, you can click this little forward arrow. And then if you want to undo it, you can click this little back arrow. So now I'm going to hit in this plus box. I'm going to go ahead and click that little drop arrow right there. And that gives me some options as to what my next slide could look like. For my next slide, because I know what I'd like to do, I just want a title only. Because what I'm going to do is put the title only. And then in here, I'm going to add an image. So go up here to this insert image that we have used before. And upload from the computer is one option. You can come in here and find what you're looking for. So there's all of the options that are saved onto my desktop on my computer. But I'm going to go in and go to a different option, which is the from Drive. So this is helpful if you are using different computers. You can save everything onto your Google Drive, and then that will be accessible to you no matter which computer you're using. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this one, the before the ballet, and drag it over. And this one is into my title. I'm just going to go ahead and title this with the images. So it's before the ballet. from 1892. Oops. And so yeah, that's just some basic things that you can do with Google Slides. I thought this might be helpful just to get you started working if you have to make a presentation.
So yeah, that's just some tips for very basic Google Slides usage. That should give you some place to start from for anything that you're going to be asked to do this quarter. As always, though, if you have any questions about this, feel free to check in with me. My email is scase@everettcc.edu. You can see in the credits after, I'll put a little visual link. And as always, I'm happy to help. Have a good week.